Octopuses aren't just strange, they're unsettlingly clever. So clever, in fact, that some scientists have wondered, are they even from here? Octopuses don't just swim, they solve. In lab tests, they navigate mazes, open child-proof jars, and even unscrew lids from the inside. No training, no guidance, just instinct and observation. It's not behavior, it's intention, and it raises a quiet, unsettling question. What kind of mind plans its own escape? Now, when we say alien or extraterrestrial, your brain probably jumps to little green men or sleek spacecraft beaming down to Earth with a superiority complex. But that's not what this is. In 2018, a group of 33 scientists published a paper that sparked instant controversy. Their theory, that cephalopods, squids, cuttlefish, and octopuses might not have originated entirely on Earth. Not aliens in ships, not secret space visitors, but something far stranger and quieter. Panspermia, the idea that life, or the ingredients for it, can travel between planets, hitching rides on comets, meteors, and cosmic dust. The paper suggested that, during the Cambrian explosion, a period of sudden evolutionary change, frozen eggs, or even alien viruses could have arrived from space and kick-started a bizarre new branch of life. As strange as it sounds, this theory leans on something very real. We've already found organic material in meteorites. NASA has confirmed the presence of amino acids, the building blocks of proteins, in carbon-rich meteorites. Some even carry nucleobases, the same molecules that form RNA and DNA. Is it really so impossible that a life form, something small, strange, and ancient, could arrive the same way? Even without the space theory, octopuses already seem like they belong somewhere else. Start with the blood. It's not red, it's blue. They use hemocyanin, a copper-based molecule, instead of our iron-based hemoglobin. More efficient in cold, low-oxygen water, and a detail that feels pulled from alien biology. Then there's the heart, or rather, 3 of them. 2 pump blood to the gills. 1 handles the rest of the body. And when they swim, that main heart stops beating, as if their own anatomy is trying to slow them down. Now consider the brain. Octopuses don't just have 1. They have 9. A central brain in the head, and 1 mini brain in each of their 8 arms. Those arms can taste, touch, and react independently. They think for themselves. When you watch an octopus moving each arm twisting, scanning, feeling, it's like watching a nervous system made of silk. And that's not even the most unnerving part. Their skin can see. Chromatophores, pigment cells controlled by muscles, let them change color and texture in milliseconds. Camouflage, yes, but also signaling, hunting, and disappearing entirely. They can mimic other animals or ripple their bodies like flames underwater. This isn't just survival, it's performance. Evolution gave them no shell, no claws, no bones. So they became soft, smart, reactive, a living contradiction, delicate and dangerous, hidden in plain sight. Most intelligent animals pass knowledge down. They learn from their parents, from the group. They watch, they mimic, they're taught. Not octopuses. An octopus hatches alone, tiny, vulnerable, floating in the vastness of the ocean. There's no guidance, no mentorship, no tribe. Everything it knows, it figures out on its own. How to hunt, how to hide, how to solve problems. All of it self-taught. And somehow, in that short, solitary life, it becomes a master of escape, deception, and adaptation. This isn't just unusual. It's unheard of. Even the smartest vertebrates, apes, dolphins, crows, rely on social learning. But octopuses, they come into the world like downloaded programs, preloaded, ready to improvise. No traditions, no lessons, no shared wisdom, just a single mind, surrounded by a world it was never introduced to, but somehow already understands. Octopuses don't meet their parents. No guidance, no learning from elders. They hatch and figure it all out on their own. From hunting to hiding to surviving, everything they know is self-taught. No culture, no traditions, just raw intelligence running solo. At first glance, they were just smart sea creatures. But the more we observe, the more they slip through simple definitions. They're not just solving puzzles. They're making choices, showing preferences. Some octopuses have been seen playing with objects repeatedly, with no reward. Others remember individual humans. Some are curious, even affectionate. Others lash out. They act like individuals, not just instinct machines, but minds. In 2021, the UK officially declared octopuses sentient, capable of feeling pain, distress, and potentially even emotions like joy or fear. That decision wasn't based on a feeling. It was based on science. Neurologically, their systems light up under stress in ways strikingly similar to ours. And this has changed how some countries treat them. In the UK and parts of the EU, they now fall under animal welfare protections. No more invasive lab experiments. No live dissection. It also raises a more uncomfortable question. Should we be eating them? Calamari, once a delicacy, now starts to feel personal. Imagine locking something this intelligent in a tank, watching it press its arms against the glass, figuring out the edges of its world, waiting for the next opportunity to escape. When we encounter intelligence that doesn't look like ours, we have a choice. We can ignore it, or we can start asking the harder question. As always, science has something to say. Hear what Professor Brian Cox, who spent his life studying the universe and still hasn't found a squid mothership, has to say about this topic. We know that material gets transferred between planets, and so it's not inconceivable that microbes could survive that journey. We know that microbes can survive in space, but with the octopus, I hadn't heard that. But the thing is that the octopus is still extremely similar, biologically, to us. If you look at an octopus cell under a microscope, you wouldn't be able to tell it apart from a human cell. I mean, the difference is negligible. But even though the theory about squids being from outer space might be debunked, it doesn't take anything away from them. If anything, I think the opposite is true. It would be easier to explain their brilliance by calling them aliens. But the fact that they're from Earth makes it even more impressive. Octopuses live just 1-2 years on average, yet they develop intelligence, memory, and problem-solving skills that rival animals who live decades. One octopus in an aquarium was even caught memorizing the guard's shift schedule, timing its escape perfectly to raid another tank for food and return before anyone noticed. It's still a mystery why evolution would waste that much brain power on something so short-lived, unless, of course, it wasn't a waste at all. Thanks for sticking around till the end. It means a lot. If you're curious enough to stay this long, you'll probably like what's coming next. So hit that like, maybe even subscribe. It helps more than you think.